Good morning, Kevin here, and we are out on Kevin's Rambles walk, and we're at Goring-by-sea. We're at the station, and at the moment we're waiting for Steve to get his car parking done, but the app is playing him up. But we've got Richard Tuggett, we've got Angela, we've got Bonnie, we've got Steve, Laura, Jean and Cynthia. So they're all here. We're waiting to head off. We've got Roxy the dog as well. So we're just waiting to head off and then we'll be on our way.
Right. Oh no, not yet. Thank you all for coming on Kev's Ramble. The walk today is from the lovely Goring-by-sea station, you see behind you, which has wonderful parking facilities, I'm sure we'll all agree. Not hard to do with at all. And we're actually going to head along this muddy path, up another muddy path, dice with death, crossing the A27, but there is a central reservation.
But we're heading towards the blue
sky. I think you can just about see the top of the mill over there. So we're going to climb up the hill a bit, along to the mill, back over to Highdown Hill Fort, and then just down the hill, and there's a cafe hidden in the trees up there and the pub. So hopefully they'll be open, and we'll be able to. And then we'll just kind of wend our way back down to the station. I think it'd be about 3 to 4 miles.
Brilliant.
brilliant thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent, Jean.
Thank you for leading.
Off we go.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I've got the sun directly behind me, which is where the rest of the group is. There's what, 8 of us I think today, which is great. But we're still walking along the side of this field. My phone keeps going off, I forgot to mute it. So we're heading along here. And we've got fields either side of us there. And at some point we've got to cross the A27, which is not going to be fun. We've just crossed over this little road and these lovely flint cottages along the side of the road here. Quite typical of a Sussex construction from back in the day. It's a lovely blue sky today, clear as anything, not a cloud in sight. Wonderful. Well, we've got over the A27 without any incident. I did actually stand in the road and slow the traffic up at one point, and it got us across the road. But we're now in this series of football pitches with lads playing football, warming up to play, and then when we get to the top of this hill we will be meeting up with Lynn and Richard. What's that?
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Turn it off, son. Richard Nugget Suggett. Oh no, Mr. Richard Suggett Nugget.
That's it.
Yeah. I've never known him as Nugget.
Well, because I suppose I've just seen it on the telly.
On the telly?
On my phone.
Have you gone to those heights now, Mr. Suggett?
Not yet.
Hey?
It's on its way.
Yeah, you still get it on your telly.
Well, yeah.
Not like I have to do it. No, on my little phone sometimes.
Yeah,
You went down Devil's Dyke, which is really
yeah. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt for that one. Twice.
It's difficult to find places you haven't.
Yeah. I don't mind going back over and over again to any.
It's different.
Yeah. Because you can go back to a walk that you've done before, but then you're still seeing different things.
Different times of year.
Different times of year, exactly. Yeah.
And you learn something about it after you've been there as well.
Yeah. That is a bramble, Mr. Suggett. Be careful.
I saw it.
Yeah. But don't worry, we've all got first aid kits now. Well, do you know the name of this hill?
Highdown.
Highdown. We're on Highdown Hill. Mr. Suggett's the expert. He's a local person-ish.
I wouldn't say expert either.
He's not expert either, he says. But this is the view we've got. Just look at this. Let me just pan right away round from there. Looking right out, that must be Brighton down that way.
Until you're 70. So I've got another couple of years to go yet.
We've got a glare off the sea.
So I've looked at
We'll pan right round. Lots of greenhouses down the bottom there in the valley. So we've got Mr. Suggett and Roxy here, holding everybody up.
Holding?
Holding. Well, not literally holding. But we're going along this very muddy, sticky footpath with high hedges either side. And oh crikey. The rest of the group is behind us.
Yeah, we're holding them up.
Well, yeah. I didn't want to say it again, Richard. But, you know, the weather's been so awful recently. But here we are now, up on this hill, and there's hardly a cloud in the sky, as I've mentioned before. It's just fantastic. Dean and Fiona said they weren't going to come today because it was raining. And I can't remember where Dean and Fiona live, but they said it was raining at that time and they decided not to come, which is a shame, because it'd been nice to have met up with them again, because I haven't seen them for a long time. But on another walk, hopefully. Let's have a look behind us. There they are, all back there. Look. So we're now passing this old windmill, and it's got no sweeps. A windmill with no sweeps. Is that private residence now, Richard?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah,
Looks like
yeah.
it, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. But it's very sticky and horrible on this footpath, and the footpath further down was very narrow, and we had a job to get past each other with people going the other way. Here they come, Roxy and Richard through. Bonnie's through quite safely. Steve will probably fall over. Negotiated very well, Steve. Not yet, I will do in a minute. Everybody coming through.
Look at you go straight through the puddle. My wellies on.
Wellies? It's got wellies on. Look at it, look, Wellington.
Not Wellington.
That's it, last one's coming through. Angela's through. Richard's through. Nearly.
We're on their feet still.
Yeah, just about.
We went to Cissbury once and it's like this.
Oh, right, yeah.
We don't have to go through the hill there. As we were waiting, people were actually falling over, so we thought, no, won't bother.
Well, we've arrived at the Trig point. And get down to it. Yeah. Fantastic views from here, from the Trig point.
Jane, are you going to hug me?
Well, I'm heading back this way, up this little slope, because I've been told that this is actually a hill fort, which I didn't realise when we were coming down the slope. So this is the hill fort up here, and interestingly we've got this tree or trees up here which we couldn't identify just now, and we still can't. But it's strange because the bark on some of the tree looks like oak. We didn't think it could be oak, but when you get here you've got the little cups which look like cups for acorns of some description. So this is the hill fort. We just pan around here. And because I've come back, I'm being left behind. So we've
I'll
arrived.
tell you the story.
Information board found here.
Tell the story, Jim.
I can't without the information board.
Oh, let me have a look. Have a look at the information
Have a
board.
look at the information board first.
Yeah. The Miller's Tale. Let me.
You're not going to tell me?
I'm not going to stand and read that lot. Just try and film it.
John Oliver is a strange story. John Oliver. Whatever he was in life, and death he has created a legend. John Oliver died on the 22nd of April, 1793, age 84. He was a prosperous miller, working his mill here above Worthing and living in his cottage further down the slope. Strangely, some 27 years before his death, John Oliver had his tomb erected. Oh, on this site, land then owned by William Westbrook Richardson. It is reported that in his later years he spent many hours in a wooden shack that he built at the head of his tomb. One fact that seems to verify his eccentricity. As the tomb was being erected, he also had his coffin made. This he kept under his bed till he was laid to rest at this isolated spot. Whoa!
That is.
That's a man who likes the plan.
Yeah.
Isn't it just? Yeah. That's writing on the side. Wow, it's just amazing. There is a load of writing on the top of the stone, but you wouldn't be able to read that from here. It's amazing. And this lovely little bit of woodland here. And if you walk up this little path just here to the side, then it goes up into this little beech woods just up in here. There's actually what looks like a wall. You step through this bit into this little woodland, and just there underneath all this ivy is actually a wall which runs all the way along here. Here it is, a flint wall. Fantastic. What a lovely little woodland. Or anything on it, yeah.
Right, there's lots of flag.
Well, we've got back to Goring-by-sea railway station. We're down to 2, 4, 6, 7 of us. We're down to 7. Lynn and Richard parked at a different place, so they've gone on. And Mr. Suggett went on. So, we've got Jean and Cynthia talking about another walk, which is next week, that Jean's doing in Midhurst, on our doorstep.
My friend's leading, not me.
Oh, Jean's not leading for once.
Yeah.
Do you feel left out?
I'm leading Lewis on the Saturday.
Are you? Does Lewis know?
They're not ready for me, believe me.
I'm off to Jersey next week.
Bonnie's going away again.
To Jersey,
yeah, we'll
see
be
my
in
auntie and uncle.
Jersey, going abroad. Going abroad. Yeah. So anyway, thank
What a
you.
lovely walk.
It's been a lovely walk. Everybody's enjoyed it. We've had nice weather. Thank you, Jean, for leading the walk.
Thanks everyone for coming.
No, it's been great. Yeah, it's been nice. Nice group of people, all getting on, I think.
Would you like to have a look at the mud situation?
Yeah. Look,
Too bad.
look. Trousers. That's nothing unusual for me. Steve never gets dirty.
God, you look like you've suffered.
Yeah, the only flies. Yeah, yeah.
Good job, he's got his jacket.
Yes, it is. Yeah, he
He's
did.
like a Dalek that hovers.
I know. Yeah, yeah. No.
You get people like that, they just float through the mud untouched.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
It's
Yeah.
obviously wonderful.
Yeah. So, okay, from Jean, Cynthia, Angela, Laura, Bonnie, Steve, and me, it's goodbye, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to follow, like and subscribe to Kevin's Rambles.